everyone? Welcome to Jets TV. Please comment and subscribe, guys. Comment and subscribe, like the videos. Also share the videos as well, man. I want to thank everyone that does watch and share my videos. You folks are the absolute best. So without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and get into my Week 5 picks, man. I'm excited to talk about NFL. I'm excited to talk about football, so let's get right into it. But whoa, wait a second here, guys. I almost forgot. We got to talk about Week 4, man. What happened with my picks from Week 4? I'm not going to hide them from you. So let's talk about that first. First game I covered in Week 4, Giants and Bucks. I took the Bucks in this game. Got myself a win, man. Bucks beat the Giants 25-23, man. It was a close one, but Bucks got the job done. So shout out to the Bucks fans. Shout out to me as well, man, because I picked the Bucks, so I got myself a W. Next game I covered, Bills and Falcons. I said the Falcons would roll, man. Boy, was I wrong. Bills beat the Falcons 23-17. Shout out to the Bills fans. You guys got yourselves a win. I took the Falcons, so I got myself a loss. And the last game I covered, the Jags at the Jets. Took the Jets in this football game. They got the job done. Jets beat the Jags 23-20, man. Shout out to all the other Jets fans. Shout out to myself as well. I took the Jets. They got themselves a win. I got myself a win as well. So let's go ahead and get into Week 5 now, man, because I am so excited. Week 4 is in the past. That is done. I'm ready to move forward to what we got coming up. So first game I want to talk about in Week 5 is the Chiefs at the Texans, man. Whew. This is going to be a fight, man. Texans are coming off of just absolutely just destroying the Titans. You got, I mean, this kid Watson is just absolutely just blowing the NFL just wide open. This kid is doing his thing out there. He's breaking records. He's taking care of business. You look at the Texans offense, they got guys that can definitely put it on you. Lamar Miller's a solid back in this league. They got Hopkins on the outside, one of the best wide receivers in the entire league. They've also got Fuller on the other side. This is an offense that is stacked, man. And Watson isn't just a guy that can pass in the pocket. He's also got some mobility to him, man. This guy can run as well if you lose containment on him, which makes him even more dangerous. I'm just a little worried about the Texans' defense going into this football game. You know, Andy Reid likes to run a lot of things, a lot of motions before the snap, a lot of trickery, a lot of misdirections, a lot of counters. You know, he's just so creative. He's such an offensive mind. I'm wondering, can the Texans get pressure on Alex Smith? Will they get tricked? You know, if they don't do that, I think that they really have a chance in this game to take it away early. They have to get after Alex Smith the exact same way that the Redskins did. Send blitzes, send guys, get in his face, bang him around, disrupt the timing of this offense and make it a lot harder for him, you know, to just pick you apart. You know, you got to get after Alex Smith. You look at the Chiefs, man, this Chiefs offense is, I mean, they got it, man. They've absolutely got it. Young back like Kareem Hunt that's come out of nowhere. You know, they picked him up in the draft. This kid is absolutely exploding, you know, for them. You look at, they've also got Tyreek Hill, another speedster, another guy that Andy Reid loves to put into this offense and move around in his motions. He's also able to make plays from his spots as well. Travis Kelce, one of the best tight ends in the entire league. The only problem that I have with Travis Kelce is all this celebration after he makes a play. He often gets penalized because of that. I love Kelce. Again, I think he's one of the best tight ends in the entire league, but he has got to stop that nonsense because that really hurts the football team. Often when they get penalties or when he gets penalties, man, they get pushed back for yards and yards and yards. And again, Andy Reid likes the trickery. He likes to do different things, but the Chiefs also really don't, you know, they're not a team that's going to line up and just beat you deep every single play. You know, Andy Reid loves to keep things 10 yards in front of him time at a time. And so Travis Kelce with his penalties often just hurts the football team. He pushes them back where it's 1st and 15, and it's absolutely ridiculous. So Travis Kelce cannot have some of these penalties in this football game because the Texans are really good. And if you keep, you know, hurting your team that way offensively, man, they'll take advantage of you absolutely, and you'll get done. Defensively, I'm looking at this situation where the Chiefs have to get after Watson in this football game. They've got to bang this young quarterback around, but they can't get over aggressive because if you lose containment and you lose control of your lanes, this kid can take off on you. And when he takes off, man, he is shifty and speedy. He turns into a speed back and he can be gone in a second, man. He can run right past guys and keep the chains moving. And that's the last thing you want to do is let this kid keep getting chances with his feet, man. You have got to get after him. So I'm looking at Justin Houston and I'm saying this guy has to be in this football game. He has to be around Watson. He has to, you know, constantly take his shot at Watson. Left and right, man. They have to get after him. And I think that it's going to be a really, really close game, man. I really, really do, because these teams are so good. You look at the Chiefs, I think they're one of the most complete teams, not just in the AFC, but in the entire NFL, man. So with that said, I am taking the Kansas City Chiefs to win this football game 24-21. I think it's close. I think it's a last-second field goal, and the Chiefs get out of there with a W. So again, I am taking the Chiefs to beat the Texans 24-21. Next game I want to cover, Jags at Steelers. Oh man, I got Steelers fans in my inbox. They're saying, listen, Joe, you're not talking about us enough. All right, what's up? What's going on here? Do we have a problem? I don't have no problems with you guys. All right, so I'm going to talk about you guys. Look, you look at this Jags team. You got Fournette. This is a kid that's running the football very well, one of the better backs in the league. He's come on. He's really showing guys, hey, I know I just got drafted, but I'm the real deal. I'm serious business. You know, they got Marquise Lee. Allen Robinson is out because of that knee injury. They're going to be missing him the entire year. It just sucks to see that happen to him. But the quarterback position is absolutely garbage. Blake Bortles sucks. He absolutely sucks. And I think that this will be the game where I think he'll play so bad that I think they're going to talk about starting Chad Henne and getting, just putting him on the bench. Because this guy is awful. He underthrows guys. He overthrows guys. He's just trash. He is just so bad. And when he throws interceptions, it's just awful. He doesn't know what he's doing out there. He really doesn't. They even got a tight end of Mercedes Lewis he's solid as well, but Blake often struggles to get him the football. I mean, geez. So I think the weight of this game is really going to be on the Jags defense, which is solid as well. They've got guys like Malik Jackson up front. They got Miles Jack. They got Plesney. They've got two solid corners in Jalen Ramsey and A.J. Aboye. They got it, but I don't think, I mean, how long can you be on this football field against the Steelers offense and not give up points? The Steelers are coming in with Antonio Brown, Le'Veon Bell, who I think is going to be effective in this game. Maybe not so much running the football because the Jags front is so stout, but I think coming out of the backfield and catching the football, which is in his skill set as well. We all know that Le'Veon has hands, man. Look, catching the football and running against these outside linebackers or these inside linebackers that he may be matched up with, I think is a matchup nightmare. And I think he's going to definitely get some yards from there. But the question I have about the Steelers offense is, when are we going to find a connection with Martavis Bryant? When are we going to get this kid a little bit more involved in the offense? I understand you got Antonio Brown. That guy's, if not the best wide receiver in the league, clearly, top 3 in the league easily. And I get that. He's definitely a weapon. But this kid, Martavis Bryant, definitely has chances to be a great receiver as well. But I'm just wondering about the connection with him and Big Ben. You look at this game here, I think he'll have opportunities. Because I think the Jags, defense is going to be on the field. And Martavis Bryant's best, his skill set and the thing he does the best is that deep shot, man. And I think if they start taking deep shots early and often against the Jacksonville Jags, they're going to be in some trouble because this defense is going to be on the field all day, and I think they'll actually give them up. I really do. And I understand these corners are great, but again, you're going to be gassed if you're just on the field all day because your offense can't produce because your quarterback sucks. So with that said, look, I am taking the Steelers to roll big. Again, I think this is the game that Bortles gets benched. I am taking the Steelers to beat the Jags 37-7, man. 37-7. That's why I'm taking the Steelers, man. I'm just not a believer in Blake Bortles. I think he is just awful, and I think that this is the game where it just settles it, and they're saying, look, enough's enough. Get this guy out of here. And last but not least, guys, my favorite game, your favorite game, our favorite game, the Jets game, baby. Let's get into it. Jets at Browns. Listen, man, the Browns, not a very good football team. They're 0-4. They're a young team. They got a lot of guys they just drafted. Hugh Jackson is the head coach. They're just trying to find a way to win. They're really trying to figure things out in the NFL to try to put together, what is their identity? What do they have? They're just trying to put this all together. They're just trying to put the pieces of the puzzle together in NFL and figure out how to grow and move forward as a team at this point. You look at their quarterback situation, Kaiser, who's a young quarterback, he's had some flashes of brilliance. He's also had some flashes of, I don't know what I'm doing out here. And, you look at Duke Johnson Jr., who's their back. He's a solid back. He also can come out of the backfield and catch the football as well. A little worried about that because our linebacker play, especially our inside linebacker play, with Lee and the other back we have, Davis, has kind of been up and down a little bit. They've played solidly the last 2 games, but 2 games before that against the Bills and the Raiders, it was very bad play. They also got Kenny Britt as well, who's a guy on the outside. He's a little banged up, with a thigh and groin injury. David Njoku, who's a young tight end as well. He's definitely a weapon out there. You look at some of the injuries that they have as well defensively that I think the Jets will be able to take advantage of. Their nose tackle, Shelton, he may not play. They haven't necessarily ruled him out just yet, but he's battling an injury too. And again, so is Kenny Britt. I'm looking at this team and I'm just wondering, what is Hugh Jackson going to do? He's got a great offensive mind. He was one of the better offensive coordinators in the entire league before he became the Browns head coach. I'm wondering, what are we going to see from him? This is a guy that definitely knows how to scheme it up. And I'm just kind of a little afraid that the Jets are going to underestimate the Browns. And if any of the Jets are watching this, listen, do not underestimate this football team. Okay, I get it. We're confident. We're coming off of 2 wins. This is a team that is extremely hungry. They're 0-4. They want a win. Okay, they want it. You look at the Jets side of the football. I think the keys are really simple to win this football game. I think we have to effectively run the football. We have to just break their backs early with the run and take them out of it. We absolutely. Bilal Powell, Elijah McGuire should be getting the football early and often, especially if Shelton, that big nose tackle that they have, is gone up front. We should dominate them up front. You got to keep the pass rushers off of McCown. They got Jamie Collins out there. This guy's still a solid backer in this football league. He's still a solid pass rusher. You keep him off of McCown, and McCown will have time back there. I think he'll be able to find Curse. I think he'll be able to find Curley. I think our Darius Stewart can have a solid game. But the guy that I think can really, really be effective in this football game is Austin Seferian-Jenkins. I think ASJ will light them up. I don't think they have an answer at all for him in coverage whatsoever. And I think the other key is getting after Kaiser. Our pass rush has to be effective. Coney Ely, Josh Martin, David Bass, Muhammad Wilkerson, Leonard Williams. These guys have to get after Kaiser. Bang this young quarterback around, make it a long day for him, make it to where he's looking for pass rushers, and there's nobody even there. Make him scared to drop back and throw the football. Make it a long day for him, man. And I think once we do that, we'll get turnovers, whether it be via strip sack or whether it be via interception, because he's just rushing passes because he does not want to get hit anymore. We have to go in there. We have to go into the dog pound and take them out of the game early. Do not let this team linger around. Do not let this young team feel any kind of confidence whatsoever. Go in there, take their heads off. And I think that if we focus on those keys, running the football, keeping Collins off of McCown, and, we get after Kaiser, we'll win this game. We'll win this game. The Browns are not talented, but they are a hungry team. And if you let a hungry team linger around and feel confident, they will beat you. But I have faith in the Jets, and I am taking the Jets, man, to beat the Browns 24-3, okay? Do not underestimate the Browns. Don't you do it. But I think if we focus in, we rail in, and we play solid football like we played these past 2 games and be consistent, especially with the effort, dude, we'll beat the Browns. Again, I am taking the Jets to beat the Browns 24-3. So with that said, guys, comment, rate, subscribe, like the videos. Also share the videos as well. Let me know down below, guys, what do you guys think? What's going on with your football teams? What are your matchups looking like this week? Comment and let me know. What are your thoughts about my picks? Hit me up. So, guys, again, enjoy times with your families. NFL's coming. Sit down with them. Enjoy time watching football with them. And have a great one, guys. Peace.